What is up, legends? We are back, and what I wanted to actually hit you guys with today is we talked about a carry character in the past, but we didn't talk about when you should decide what your carry character should be. So I'm going to assume if you're looking at this video and you've been going along with this, I'm sorry if you're a new player, because new players, I've already covered that already. So go back in the playlist a little bit and stuff like that. I was strictly talking to people who are around this point right now, from level account level 40 to 50, and then new players, when you get to that point, then you'll just know what your carry should be once you get towards end game, which whatever end game it is, because technically right now we don't have an end game. It's just pretty much grind and make characters at this point. Like, you have the supply thing, but that's going to run out. You have tower. Most people have completed the tower right now, so it's just is what it is with that. There's nothing else. There's no real end game besides just building characters. And my opinion on that is two things. Is two things to make your life easier. One, what did your account summon, basically, at this point? Because if whatever you have at this point from being account level 40 on is what you're probably going to keep, and you're either lucky or unlucky or somewhere in between, you could end up with characters and stuff like that. Now, again, like, I like to be honest with you guys, this is a $20 account. I got the battle pass, and I got the $5 pass, whatever the hell that is, and I think some other $5 thing, and that's it. That's what I spent on. I haven't done anything else along those lines. We ain't been up in here spending on any of this stuff, none of this or anything else like this. So I just want you to know where I'm at right now. But I did exhaust all of this, and I just now exhausted all of the ongoing jury, because, to be honest with you, I forgot about it. Just be real. I just now did everything in there. So
I'm a bit tired, but I'll hang on.
This is where we're at right now. I'm almost at stamina cap. Bruh, this still takes too long. The stamina cap. I stopped playing yesterday, and I officially came back to come do this video, and I'm like just 5 on the show. I had no stamina yesterday at like what it was right before reset, 1 a.m. today, and it's 9 p.m. now. That's still too long to not be maxed now. Like, that's crazy. But we are at count level 50 now, and what I started doing is I backed off of I don't really care to account level do anything, because there's nothing to do after 50 anyway. We're going to basically be adventure level. There's no 9, right? Yeah, I just want to make sure. There's no 9. Unless 9 is at 55, and even if it is, I don't care, because adventure level 8 is annoying enough as it is. I don't need to know what 9 is right now, because I don't have characters with perfect stats to just kind of like go through that. And we're going to talk about that in a second. So what I would do is, wherever your account or wherever your perfect start is, because almost everybody has a perfect start. Like, you literally, if you sat there long enough to get the perfect start, you got it. Or some people re-rolled on Volano to actually go after getting Volano and Xanthia, which I actually was lucky enough to get both. As you guys can see, I didn't get their weapons though. I tried actually on both weapon banners and ended up with a 50-50 and said, the hell with the weapon banner. That made me bad. Nah, I'm not going there no more. That's where this weapon came from. This weapon on Xanthia right now. So I'm just not going to do that. So say for like me, I did end up getting the Sandstar, but later. But my first character that I ended up getting was Edward down here. Edward is a good carry. He's especially good carry because you can end up putting this weapon on him, and he almost becomes indestructible. Because what ends up happening is with Bath is he's a very good unit to AoE hit and absorb damage. So getting life steal chance on him is really good, because every time he has an explosion, that all procs it too with his normal. So then you couple that with the same shield that Bath actually gives you. And then if you dupe Bath, if you get lucky to dupe Bath, you gotta get lucky. But if you dupe Bath, what ends up happening is, and then he gets even more, HP. And it's gonna sound funny to say this, he becomes auto god. Like, you literally could just let him auto adventure level 8, basically, with this weapon, and he won't die. Now he'll get elemental counter, basically, because the shield will start proccing, and then you have to change out the character. But if you put it on full, it'll change the character anyway, the other 3 characters. But a lot of people are understanding. That's why a lot of people used my Edward a lot. And first, I even had people, can you like, what's your Edward at? Can I use your Edward and stuff like that? Because he was making content easy. He literally does make content and easy in this game because he just lives through everything and burns the hell out of everything. Now, you can go for that carry, and then of course it's going to be according to whatever weapon you get. You don't have to actually use this. You can just go raw DPS, and he just works the same way with some lifesteal as that too. You basically hit hard enough and burn everything and heal through everything with really big weapons. I didn't get any of those weapons for him, so I just kept him on Bath because that's very optimal, and he just works fine. Same thing goes if you end up with Sansar. Now I ended up getting Sansar's weapon before her on the normal banner. That it's one of my pity rolls turned into her weapon, and then the following one turned into her, which is just luck. Now, say you get her without the weapon, then you can just choose to go after whatever weapon. Obviously, you're not going to use Wolf's Fate. You end up crafting a weapon, most likely, and going in with her. She's a very good character to just go all in and commit to and bring in, because she's built as a juggernaut character. That's the way you're supposed to use her. And she scales off of HP on her attack as well. You get good stats on her, and you can just go through and hang in. What you essentially want to have happen is you want one of every element, basically. First, you can get other characters, that's fine, but you want one of every element first so you can counter. And then if it's coming, say like in tower, if we get more tower things or something like that, you can use the same element. Because what I do in the tower is, if Sansar can't counter something, what I'll do is I'll use the element that needs to be countered and then bring her in afterwards, because she just hits everything hard. Even if she's at elemental disadvantage, she just hits everything hard. Same thing with Alano. She don't care about elemental disadvantage. She's just going to poison the hell out of you anyway and plink you because she's an archer. Xanthia kind of works a little bit differently. I discovered Xanthia elemental counter doesn't really do that great, but she's still okay along those lines. But again, you want elemental counters. So see, I got Sansar, I got Volano, got Xanthia as elemental counters, and then I got Edward. I do not have anybody water except Nanyan. And the only reason why I haven't built Nanyan is because I'm closing in on 300 on the normal banner, and I'm just gonna get Seiya. I'm gonna build Seiya as a DPS. You're probably not supposed to. I'm probably making somebody mad saying that, because people always be like, oh, how dare you not do meta? But I don't think building Seiya as like an HP sponge is meta, in my opinion. I don't agree with that. You could build things whichever way you want to build them, to be honest with you. But I happen to know, because I've done it in tests, and it's actually on my channel, by the way. If you look at the previous videos, I'm in the wrong thing. Why am I being... I happened to build her as a DPS because I didn't have the other gear, and she was clapping stuff as a DPS. So throwing that hammer out and smacking people in the face, and then if I get the 2 dupe, then she's gonna be out there throwing it twice. And we don't really have anybody else with water besides Nanyan, and Nanyan is clunky to use. She's very good as a healer though. You get the shield out and everything else, but then she got to stomp the damn mace on the ground and be mad stationary, getting punched in the face. And then her spin is clunky because it's slow, and you just stuck in that animation. You can't get out of it. So that's why I'm not too thrilled with doing that. She's not really a bad character. It's just that her skills are kind of just clunky and wonky. On the other hand, you have Saya right here, who's literally a water damage. She's not a support. She's not considered a healer. She's considered water damage, but everybody builds her as just a straight healer HP sponge, and I just don't agree with that. You know, it's up to you though. You don't have to do what I'm doing. I think she's just straight supposed to be a water DPS. I'm a builder that way. Which kind of makes her amazing because she does good healing, like great healing. So you could build like off stats like that, but I'm just building her straight crit damage and throw a hammer at somebody like you Thor. That's what I want out of Miss Saya. But looking at this going forward, if you have any character, depending on what you actually summon, it's in your best interest to get one of every element, even if it's a 4-star, because there's good 4-stars. Capechi is still good. Andre is actually really cool. I don't know anything about Ardor. I never used him. I don't see anybody really use him. I think I've only seen, in my entire time of co-op, I've only seen one. I know Liam is very good. Lucian is just solid. Nanyan is solid as well. Ronnie is actually really good too, if you build it that way. But most people are not going to do that because Sansar exists. Like, why would you do that? And tomorrow, Aura is going to exist as well. So Ronnie really is just not going to get used at all, to be honest. So, yeah. Slept on is Leon. I think Leon is actually really good. I seen a guy that's in Zox Guild, Brennan, have a really good Leon. He was smacking. Can you imagine hitting that damn hard as a tank? Blood unit tank? And you got shields? And you got an animation cancel special that just runs through stuff and they can't knock you out of it because you get super armor like you're a god, like you're the Juggernaut or something like that. Like, it's kind of lit. So I don't know. So it depends on you which way you want to go and what you want to focus on. If you get yourself a Sarka is an excellent account carry because he does really good damage. His skills are really good. His E is good. His signature skill does nice damage. He's a really good character to counter to get carried on. You got Aaron, which I have Aaron, as you guys can see, but I already had Xanthia relatively early, and I need to, once I get all the elemental counters done, then I'm gonna come back to Aaron and Adarise and then build them. As much as I don't like Adarise for her, the way that her skills work, she's a good character. She just is a good character. I just don't like the way her skills work because the monster just runs out of everything, which was my same problem for the original version of Wano. Monsters just run. If a character is supposed to be DPS, they should be DPS, and the movement is secondary. That's why I disagree with some people who are like, oh, I love the movement. You can love it all you want. That doesn't mean it works. like that. That's why I said that I understand why they changed it. Now we'll see what they do with Aurora tomorrow. If she ends up with the same problem, because I'm going to say the same damn thing again and not like that either. And probably not even summon on her if I go into test and she does the same thing that the original Verona. I'm just not going to summon on her because that's a waste of time. Like, great, you dancing all over the damn screen, but I'm missing half the shots. And the fight is taking twice as long. That's garbage. Nobody's going to tell me that's not garbage. Like, when I could just use like LER or Sarka or something to blow the screen up and be doing the next instance while you sitting there dancing, going back and forth. That is garbage. No one is going to tell me that's not garbage. That's why I said I understand why she got changed the way she got changed. Now, did they repeat that and just give it a forward motion for Aurora, which is just going to end up being the same problem? Like, she's going to still miss because she's now going along. See, the problem with both of these characters is that they're not remaining impacted onto the target. And that makes you lose DPS. That's a DPS loss. And if they're supposed to be doing DPS and they're not doing the job because their skills is making them not do their job, then that's a problem. That's not good. And that's especially like, what if you're in PvP and you're trying to land a shot and you skip forward and the damn bullet fly over the person's head and then they nuke you for 100K, you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad. And that's what happened with Wano. People were saying that, like, you know, what the hell is the point of this if she's just missing? What they could have did is just made it track, or lowered the cooldown, like I was saying, on the E skills, and so you can keep the movement. And if she's gonna just, you know, do that little hop in place and stuff like that and then move slightly, or they could have lowered how much the character moves and then put tracking in. There were ways to do it better than what they did. They didn't just have to just take it all the way out. There were ways to do that, but I don't think there's testing being done so we can actually give feedback like that before it goes live, and then you just have that type of stuff happen. I'm hoping that they put tracking on Aura, because if they put tracking on her as far as the shots, so you remain in DPS contact, then there won't be any problems. Nobody should have a problem at that point, because she'll be doing the DPS that she needs to be doing. And I looked at the video, I didn't really see any tracking. I looked at it a few times, and I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad or ugly or whatever else. I'm just hoping that, you know, they did their thing. Now, the other side of this, we're just gonna wrap this up, is gear. And I'm gonna reiterate this again because I said it a few times, but I'm gonna say it again here. The easiest way to farm gear right now, and again, I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, what's gonna change and everything else like that. The easiest way is to not pay attention to the set bonuses and just go for slot. If you have crit damage and attack percent looking like this and it don't match the rest of the set, throw that joint in there. If something else, like if I go to Dancer's Love and Dancer's Love got some crit chance and some attack and it's looking good, throw that joint in there. If I go over here and I don't even want this right here, this is just here for now. But if there is a HP piece somewhere that I can actually use that's going to roll good, like this got some HP right here and it got some ignore defense rate. Let's see what this rolls into since I'm actually looking at it right now. Bam, bam. Give me some crit. It rolled garbage. It rolled flat stat HP tenacity, so we ain't gonna do that. But let's say if it rolled into like this crit chance down right here and lifesteal chance, that I would actually go ahead and do that because it already rolled into crit chance once and see if it rolls into it again. And then if it did, this vagabond survival going right up in here and I'm breaking the set. Right now, like set broken, don't care, because it's gonna go to that HP. We're gonna get some crit, maybe it turn into like 20-30% crit. Then you head over here, you got the light damage, but this turned into, look at that 39% stamina. This pisses me off every time I look at this. So we're gonna head over to here. If I get light damage anywhere over here, don't matter what the set piece is, and it give me some good crit and some crit damage or some attack, it's going up in there. I head over here to crit damage right here. This rolled garbage. Like, our defense is great and everything, but that crit chance only rolled to like 8 garbage. So we're gonna come over here. We looking for the crit chance. If crit chance is, crit damage. I'm sorry, crit damage right here. Got some guard rate right here. That's useless because she don't have guard rate because she don't have a shield, so you can't use that. There's some crit chance pieces over here looking for crit damage. You know, we ain't gonna get that, so you just wait. That's all you can really do at that point. You just wait. Reiterate, because I see some people be like Edward and got guard rate in their gear, and I'm like, no. Understand guard rate is literally only for if the character has a shield. They have to have a shield. There's no reason for it to be. They ain't gonna be blocking with their bow. Like, that's not gonna happen. Please don't do that. All right. So with that said, I'm gonna head over to Call of the Stars. You see, I got this is I literally can't get currency from anywhere else right now. Like, I did everything that I could possibly do in this game right now. So we got just the 20 from the things that we need to get done, and like the stars and everything else like that. That's all done. I don't have much trophies left to actually get, so or better come out in 20, or she's just not gonna come out because I ain't gonna spend no more than that. And then we only got 4 over here because I've been doing this and we've been trying to push at this. You see, I'm at 240 right now. So I'm gonna do this in front of you guys right now, which is gonna leave me at 250. And that's gonna be the end of the video. That 50 is gonna be there forever.
Okay, I'm going.
I keep saying that every video too.
Am I doing it right?
Gold eye? Nope. Gonna hit us with the debate? Or you gonna stay purple? Nah, you staying purple. Okay. Oh, an Anyan dude. And a weapon for her. She's trying to give me a hint. Also, bear in mind that
I just got the perfect item for
this
you.
is gonna reset. If you're by the time you see this video, it'll probably be reset. That this is gonna reset, so you're gonna be able to get these back again. Everything in here is gonna reset that you've been spending on. So you see, I want the gold because it was used for the same for adventures. But I don't really need that as much now. I just need the gold, if we're being real. And I didn't really be bothered with these. So it's probably the same thing that'll probably happen again. I just need the gold. Yes, sir. That's all I got for you guys in this video. Hopefully this will help out. And you will have a little bit, I know it's wordy, I didn't really do much in this video, but I just wanted to like explain that because I got a lot of questions because they were talking about that in Discord, and then people started DMing me asking what I was doing and which character did I go main. And just a reiteration that they were talking about what characters to main in the official Discord. And then I had 2 people came and asked me which character I was maining because they saw I had a bunch of 90s, and I just wanted to explain my thought process. Necessarily, if you want to go main, it's Sansar. Sansar is actually my main, the one that I put more resources in. But what I've been doing is one at a time, and you saw I did it in the videos. One at a time, I pick one character and work on that character the entire time until everything is at 90. Basically, I just keep going down the list. That's basically how I'm doing it right now. I'm just trying to get one character in every element to 90, basically, and then I'll turn around to the secondary characters afterwards. That's what I'm doing. So, see you guys next video. Peace.